Well, like you said, Judge Ashley, I mean, the jury doesn't know, is not going to know, presumably, unless they've done outside research, which they shouldn't. But they shouldn't know what the sentences are. I mean, the reality here is that they are only to consider the charges. And so, to the extent that they find them guilty on some of those underlying aggravated assault charges and felony murder, for instance, that's going to merge legally into the felony murder anyway. So, really, then you're looking at two sentences, life or life without parole, and that is solely up to the judge here in this case. What'll be interesting, and what we've seen happen before sometimes, is juries splitting the baby, where they may not convict on the felony murder, but will somehow still convict on the aggravated assault only, or the false imprisonment only, especially if you think about Mr. Roddy Bryant's case. That could possibly happen, and that would be interesting there to see what the judge does with the sentence there.
And as both the defense and the prosecution pointed out in their closing arguments, the first thing this jury had to do was figure out exactly how to go about determining the evidence and how it applied and what the law says. Do they start at count one? Do they start at the last count? Do they go all three defendants for each count? Do they go one defendant at a time? And I would just suggest that sometimes those issues the jury has to get as preliminary matters take time. So here we are at 4 hours, 33 minutes. As soon as we know anything, we will bring it to you live from